This is John T for the Boxing Voice. I'm speaking tonight to cruiserweight prospect Mark Little. How are you, Mark?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks, mate.
Good, good. Before we move on, I understand you've had COVID recently. Is that right?
Yeah, mate. Yeah, me and my missus both had it. So, yeah, it's been a bit of not a great start to the new year, but yeah, we're all right now. We're getting over it now.
And you've had the isolation period finished now, is it?
Yeah, mine literally finishes today. So I'm allowed out today for the first time.
Probably climbing the walls. You probably want to get back in the gym, didn't you?
I'm buzzing to get back in the gym. Yeah, hopefully they open up properly soon for everyone as well. But yeah, just want to get back in the gym, back to some sort of normality, really.
You guys are allowed to still go in there, right, though, because you're pros, so you can still...
Yeah, we can still train. Yeah, it comes under the elite. So yeah, we're still allowed to train.
At least you've got the whole... I'm going to come on to the gym in a minute because I know it well, but at least you've got the whole gym to yourself. You haven't got to share it with the amateurs and
exactly.
the other fellas.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
Cool. Well, but before I come on to like your pro career, which is going really well, tell us a bit about what got you into boxing, how long you've been fighting.
So I got into boxing in 2012. I was well overweight. There was a picture from my cousin's wedding that I see, and I thought, well, I got to join the gym, lose a bit of weight. Met up with Paul Cook, who's my trainer still now. Yeah, we went through the unlicensing from 2012 to 2015, and then I turned pro in November 2015.
Excellent. And where do you train?
I train at Edge Gym at Romford.
Yeah, so you're training down there. What, Hamza Shiraz, O'Hara Davis?
Yeah, he's down there. O'Hara Davis down there. Will Jones, great bloke. Will Jones. He's the bloke who runs the boxing up there. Will with Kevin Mitchell. Yeah, it's a brilliant gym, wicked gym. It's got a lot. You know, there'll be a few up and coming fighters out of there soon. But yeah, no, great place. Real good place.
Yeah, I've been down there recently. There's a really good buzz there. I interviewed Will and Kevin recently. When Hamza was fighting, I think he was on the Joyce Dubois card.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I spoke to him both that week. So hopefully we'll get down to see you training down there soon. It's just
it'd be good, mate.
We can't get in there because of
of course.
Current climate. So do you train with them, or do they train you, or have you got your own?
No, I don't train with them. I train with Paul Cook, but we use the gym. And yeah, I mean, I've done many rounds of sparring with Will. Me and Will sparred for probably last 2 or 3 years. We've been sparring. So yeah, we've done loads of rounds, me and Will.
Excellent. Good place to rub shoulders with some good names.
Yeah, definitely, mate. Yeah, it's a buzzing gym.
Yeah, I can tell. So did you have many fights as an amateur then?
I had no amateur career at all. I started off on the unlicensed, like I say, just overweight really, and started training with Paul Cook. He said, I'll get you fighting in the summer. I was like, never in a million years. And yeah, and that sort of, the rest is history really.
Wow, well, that's really interesting because you usually find that even if they just had a little bit of amateur career, like 10, 20, 30 fights, but to have none and then have a season
none at all.
You've got, which I'll come on to. So obviously in the pro ranks, for any of the fans who are watching and seeing you for the first time, your record reads 12 wins, 1 defeat. You started off with your first 12 fights. You were motoring and won them all. So there was a lot of noise gathering, and I don't want to talk about the negative bits, but what happened on your last fight? Because that's where you got beat.
I should never have had the fight, if I'm honest. It's not an excuse. It's just I should never have fought. My missus was due to have our little boy at the time, and I just thought, yeah, it's all right. I'll get through this fight. It was a matter of the fight really was put to me as, let's get through this fight, and then I'm going to fight for the Southern Area title. So it was a matter of sort of like, let's go in there, just get.
Lost you a bit.
And yeah, I probably did take my eye off the ball a little bit. Sort of didn't train as hard. Purely because as well the baby was due, and I was doing a lot of stuff with the baby, like with my missus and the baby. And then I just shouldn't have had it. I've learned from that I should speak to my trainer and just say, listen, I'm not comfortable. We shouldn't be fighting. Do you know what I mean?
Fair play. Well, my next question was going to be, what did you learn? So I guess you just shouldn't have taken the fight.
Yeah, both me and my trainer, we sat down after and we said the same thing, really, that there was probably times for the first time that we've been together. I mean, we've been together a few years, that we didn't really say to each other, listen, you're not up to scratch there, you're not there. And we both sort of I think we both thought about getting through the fight. We knew that the Southern Area was sort of on the horizon. So yeah, it's just a mistake, and we'll get through that.
Fair enough. I think I've got your picture back now. That's good. We did hear all that. So that's good. So moving on then, you've obviously learned from that. What are your thoughts about next time you're out? And I'll come on to when that might be. Would you want to go back and fight that same fighter just to try and point, or?
No, I'm not bored about that. To be fair, I just want to get back in there, get back to winning ways, so I can hopefully get to that Southern Area where I was sort of so close to. So
Do you think you might get a shout at that next fight, or do you need another 1 or 2 fights?
No, I think I'll have to have maybe 1 or 2 fights to make sure the book, because obviously like, I think the board will like the boxing board will question it as well. So yeah, I think definitely get back with 1 win at least, and then obviously hopefully we can carry on from there. So.
And any ideas? I know it might be hard to answer when you might get a fight, or is it just completely up in the air at the moment?
Yeah, I think it's completely up in the air. I mean, I think after watching some sort of interviews with my manager, Steve Goodwin, and stuff like, I mean, he's looking maybe September now, I think. So it's going to be a long time. But I mean, I've been out the ring. That'll be 2 years I'd have been out the ring for now.
So, okay, just get yourself back in shape, make sure.
Yeah.
Done a lot of interviews recently with a lot of fighters where they're saying maybe not September, but they think they'll be out in the next few months, but they're keeping themselves in absolute mint condition just in case they get that call that says, look, 2 weeks notice, we need you on a card. Would that be something that could happen? Make sure you keep yourself fit just in case?
I think you have to keep yourself fit. I mean, unfortunately, at the minute, I haven't been able to do that really as in top, tip-top fight condition. Purely one because of the COVID and one because of work and stuff. Like, I mean, I still work, so it's pretty difficult for me. I mean, if you're a full-time pro, then 100% they should be, within a couple of weeks away from fight condition. I haven't been able to do that properly, but I'm gonna get back in the gym again next week and then start to get back into some sort of fight condition. So yeah, just in case, maybe in a couple of months' time, like there's a little bit of movement with this vaccine and stuff that might allow me to get back in the ring.
Okay, good stuff. Well, hopefully, get a couple of wins under your belt and then start looking at like some of the top British people, because you see, as I said, when it says 12-1, some of the fighters, Luke Watkins, that kind of name, that level, I think he's 14-2. Jack Massey, I've spoken to him. He's maybe a couple of fights ahead of you, but it's a great domestic division, which brings me on to probably, I think most people wouldn't argue that the number one in Britain at the moment is probably Lawrence Okoli. He was
100%.
Yeah, he was due to fight for a world title, but the other guy I think had the virus, so he couldn't. What are your thoughts? Do you think Lawrence will win that?
Yeah, I think so. I think he seems that he has this unbelievable power for a cruiserweight. Yeah, and it's about getting a fighter at the right time, I think, as well. With the fighters or the opponent he was going to have, I think it was just at the right time for him. Lawrence is on the way up, 100%, and I'm sure, 100% he will become a world champion. There's no doubt in that.
Yeah, I'm agreed. Excellent. Okay, well, hopefully we'll be talking to you in a year or two's time, having a similar conversation around you stepping up to that kind of level if you get a few more wins under your belt, mate.
It'd be nice. Yeah, it'd be nice.
Yeah, good stuff. Well, like I did mention before, but we'll pop down when we're allowed to and come down the Edge Gym and see you and the lads down there and get you some footage of you sparring and that. All right, Mark?
Yeah, no problems, mate. Thank you very much.
No, thanks for taking time out to talk to us, and we'll catch you soon. Cheers, mate.
Yeah, wonderful, mate. Well done. Cheers.
If you enjoyed the video, feel free to hit the like, subscribe, and share. As always, if you want to support us to the next level, head over to the patreon.com/ThaBoxingVoice. We have tons of exclusive from Border Wars, from title, betting shows, the list goes on and on and on. But in addition to that, if you guys have questions for fighters, trainers, and promoters, this is where you can submit them. We will run out, get these questions answered, and put it back on the show just for you guys. Appreciate it. Peace.